Good morning and welcome back to the Little French Homestead. As you see here, I've got 2 chickens in my stock pot. And remember that video when we had done fresh garlic pucks? Well, I'm adding a few right here. In today's video, we are going to be making stock and some shredded chicken. Now, I would have normally canned this chicken broth that we're going to make, but over the next few days into the few weeks, I'm going to be using most of this for the Thanksgiving, holiday seasons, and whatnot. Now, if you just noticed, I hung up my 2 soup starters that we had made together. I didn't have any extra carrots at this time, so it was actually a good thing that I made these all up in advance. I'm going to be adding in a few cups of water. I think I added about 7 or 8 cups, and just like cups out of a glass. I was just making sure I had enough just to go over the the chickens. I'm going to roast these for, I think I roast them for 2 full days, but you don't have to do that. I had roasted them for 24 hours. When I started this video, it was very late in the afternoon. We had just came back from Sam's Club to do that small little Sam's haul. And I just started it because it needed to get started. But I did not have time to do it on Sunday when I really wanted to. So when I realized that, I just said, you know what? I'm just going to set it and leave it for Monday morning. So it was Monday afternoon when I'd taken care of this. This was done last week. And then to this, we are going to add some salt, some pepper, and we're going to call it. Now, I left it on 200. Now, you can actually leave it just for 12 hours. 12 hours to 18 hours is an ideal time. Like I said, mine just went a little bit over. The earlier you take the chicken out and start to process and strain off the meat and the liquid, the lighter the broth is. But I am okay with just having ended up a nice, rich, dark broth here, and it was fabulous. So in a moment, see, there's the salt. I probably just added a good tablespoon on that. Maybe a little less. I would rather have less salt added than more, because you can always add more salt. And I knew that I was going to go ahead and have this as pretty much like a gravy base. My family and I are not doing the traditional turkey Thanksgiving this year. We all as a family agreed that turkey is not what we want. We prefer chicken, and my mom is actually making a couple of ribs. So this is here, you can see the product, that it's all done. Now I'm going to be scooping all this all out. It was actually delicious. That smell, the aroma this morning, I was like, wow, I can't believe this. So here I'm going to just take out the chicken. I was trying to figure out how the best way it was going to be able to do this, but As I was scooping these out with my spider scoop and my tongs, the whole thing was just falling apart. And later off camera, I had taken some broth and taken some meat, and it was absolutely fantastic. So as I was saying, for Thanksgiving, we seriously are just going to still have the traditional fixings all around. We're going to do mashed potatoes. We're going to do butternut squash, green bean casserole. I have a sausage and breadcrumb stuffing that I make. That's why I made all those breadcrumbs not too long ago. I just got that done in advance. My dad's going to be making homemade pumpkin pie and homemade apple pie. My mom's going to be bringing over the ribs, and she's going to be making the butternut squash. Normally they make the potatoes, but I want to take on the potatoes this year. And so then this is now all this beautiful, beautiful chicken broth that we have to go now along with the meal. So I'm not prepping anything of major that day. I will do the gravy the day before. I will probably do the sausage and herb dressing the day before, just so I can have a lot of that soaking in that delicious broth. Now you see, I'm trying to figure out what the best way is. I've done it this way a few times. Thankfully, this way worked. I did spill a little bit, but that's why I put the bowl underneath. I don't want to lose any of that goodness that I have. So you're going to see me go ahead and ladle all that all up. And what we're going to do is, I think we get 6 or 7 of them all up to. It's actually quite beautiful. Just trying to figure out how to work that right there. And then when I'm done with all of this, we do have 12 chickens in the back. I'm going to take all of that carcasses, the leftover bones, any of the fat that we don't want went down. Yeah, I figured that would be a lot easier. And we're just going to give those chickens all of that extra bones and carcasses. They absolutely went crazy over it all. I've already used almost a full container already with some of the meals that I was prepping. Now, I didn't want all of that garlic and onions and onions and celery and carrots in any of the broth. So that's what you also too saw me scooping out. I was scooping out all the extras in when I was picking up the chickens. And then I got the strainer over this just to strain it out even more. Now, I do have cheesecloth, but I did not use cheesecloth on this. That was okay if I got some extra little bits in here and there. This isn't a final straw if I've got a little bit of extra pieces in there. See, I spilled some. So tell me what you guys do. What do you do for Christmas? Thanksgiving. Do you guys have turkey? Do prime rib? You do chickens? Leave down in the comments below and let me know how you guys celebrate Thanksgiving. When I was growing up as a kid, Thanksgiving used to be at like 3 or 4 different family members. We'd eat at one, and then we would go to a different family member and hang out with them. We'd go to another family member. We did that for Christmas and for Thanksgiving. We would go to all different family members throughout the holidays. And I remember running around with some of my cousins, and we'd all be yelling and hollering. All the girls and wives would be in the kitchen, either putting all the food down or picking it all up and putting it all away and talking business, like gossip and what's going on with the family and who's doing what, while all the guys would be watching football. And I think that's where my love of football came in eventually. I started watching football with the uncles and the dads and older guy cousins. Because in my family, I was one of the oldest around. I have one older cousin, but her family was in another state growing up. So I was kind of like the older first cousin of everybody. So there were times where I had to keep an eye on everybody. And then I started getting into football. So then I stopped keeping an eye on everybody. Let me know how you spent your holiday seasons as well. Was it just you and your family, your intimate family, like moms and dads and brothers and sisters? Or did you actually have, big Thanksgivings with aunts and uncles and all the extended families, second cousins and everything? That's what we had growing up, and I do miss those days. But I actually enjoy, I think, a little bit more my family these days. This holiday season, we're going to have dinner at my house, and we're just going to have a nice, easy, relaxing family dinner. Now this is what I'm showing you, what it's all done. We have all that shredded chicken. We have all of that remarkable broth. And this is my last and final product. Now, these shredded chickens are awesome for like one-pot meals or, chicken salad sandwiches or anything. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.